Hello, this is a review of mining of MSI GF65 10UE. It's equipped with a RTX 3060 graphics card, and we're gonna show you how it performs, what are the clock speeds, and how you should set up your fan if you're going to plan to mine on this laptop. So the thing to point out, this particular model does come with the Dragon. So the Dragon used to come up in manuals. Quite a cool looking thing. You can adjust its wings, and it looks like it's pretty good quality. Anyway, you don't get that in older versions, which I've got here, which is mining away currently. And let's go back to this one. So when you got the laptop, you need to set up your Dragon Center. It will probably install. If you do have issues with the Dragon Center on your old laptop, you can always uninstall it, make sure the files are removed, and then go to Microsoft Store and reinstall it through there. Because many people, when they reinstall it or have issues, they don't get this user scenario. You can't adjust your settings and stuff like that. So you do have option here, Extreme Performance, and that does have cooler booster. That ramps up the fans quite a lot, so 6000 RPM, 150%, which isn't necessary. You want to take control of the speed of the fans, so in here, when you go user, performance level, you can do turbo and advanced. So you select advanced and you press on the cogwheel. So for the CPU, I don't mind on the CPU, but I did make a custom profile. It's 45, 60, 80, 100, 150, and on here it is 35 degrees when it's like cool, 50 then it's getting hotter, 70, 100 and 150. You can't adjust to move these, so which is a bit strange. You can't even see what temperature it triggers at, but that's what I use currently. So that's for the fan speeds. When I use the extreme, the extreme performance with the cooler booster, I get around 58 degrees. So if you don't care how loud it is, but you don't want it to get too hot, that's the option to go for it. But you have to bear in mind that it will kill your fans. Whereas with the user profile, they're currently at 4100 and then 2600 for the CPU. The graphics are sitting at 72 degrees. I could increase the fan speed, but at the moment I'll leave it as it is. So for the overclocking, I use EVGA Precision, and I do have here in top left the memory overclocked on the RTX 3060 by 690, and the core underclocked by 500. So that's what I've done. If I set it up in the correct positions below 70, it's like 67 degrees. So it's currently mining away at 38 mega hashes. The only thing that I want to point out, if you're using a monitor, okay, via HDMI on your mining laptop, you have to be careful, because you might overclock it. It may be perfect, but as soon as you connect a screen, it will become unstable because it's actually rendering two screens. So even if you turn one off, it increases the latency on accepted shares, it increases the latency on generating the DAG file, and you will just have to reduce it, and you can shave off by like 4 mega hashes just because you're running extra screen. So I'd say use it, make it mine when you're not using it. Alternatively, if you're happy with it running at lower mega hashes, then just reduce the settings, the clock speed. The only thing you have to remember, you can't game on it while it's mining, because your game is not going to run very well. So this is pretty much the summary of the fans and the clock speed. If you wanted to to do a review of how it runs in games other than mining, leave a comment down below. I was actually planning to download Warzone on it and some other games to try out, but at the moment I have tested the mining. So just one more thing, going back to the mining, the dashboard. This is the dashboard I have, so you can actually, on NiceHash you've got the actual breakdown of how much you're making a day, how much potentially I could make in a year. So it's $3,000 if I kept it running every single day, those two laptops.